Welcome back students. So in our today's class we are going to discuss about hexagonal lamina which is inclined to both HP and VP. So you can find out the problem in the description below. So but I have been given the hint over here for the problem. So here I am going to solve a hexagonal lamina which consists of a side 40 mm and which is resting in a corner. Okay, and you can see very clearly the inclination which is given in our problem. The particular surface is inclined at an angle of 45 degree to HP, and similarly it is given that the diagonal through the corner, in the sense here I have been drawn the particular hexagon where the corner is resting. I hope you understood. If it is a resting condition, we have to check the left hand side of a particular plane. Here you can see the corner is resting. So what is the diagonal for corner resting? You can see A to D is the diagonal. A to D is the diagonal where that particular A is resting. That particular diagonal through the corner is inclined at an angle of 45 degree to XY. Now you may ask me a question, sir, if it is inclined to both HP and VP, we are having HP, what about VP, sir? If it is X and Y, it is meaning that our reference line. So we have to consider this. It is inclined to vertical plane. Okay, so based on the given data, corner resting, obviously I know that the hexagon can be drawn by two ways. One is side resting and another thing is a corner resting. Here I have drawn a corner resting and I have been named as A, B, C, D, E and F. So in my previous classes I have described you how to draw a hexagon. There are two ways of drawing a hexagon. One is an inclination method, the other thing is a circular method. It is your option to draw. So after which I have been projected. So this is what first I have been drawn. So this is the first thing I have drawn. As you know, obviously it is given us the corner is resting on HP. So I have been clearly told you that if anything is resting on HP, first I need to draw my top view. Second I need to draw my front view. So that what I did is I have simply projected all the points. When I look from here, I can see A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D. I couldn't see E and I couldn't see F. So I have been given in the bracket. Okay. Now let us first come to the first inclination which is being provided. 45 degree inclined to HP, the surface. Okay, the surface in the sense it is nothing but the front view. I have been given you a trick already. If any inclination with respect to your HP is given, you have to incline your front view. Here the front view is a line. Okay, let me start with the point here. Let me give it as, here I am going to give it as A1 dash. And the inclination is given as a 45 degree. You use your protector in this manner. You can use your protector in this manner and considering this as a 0. And considering this as a 0, you try to take an inclination of 45 degree. So now approximately I am taking a 45 degree. And I know that there are point B, C, D available. And I already told you that use your compass. So having A as a center, measure D from A1 dash, I can have a point which is nothing but D1 dash. So as I told you earlier, the first part of a diagram should be very light and thin where you have to use your 2H pencils. Okay, now I can measure from A to B. So I have a point here which is nothing but B1 dash and F1 dash. Similarly from A to C, you can measure it so that I have a point here which is nothing but C1 dash and which is nothing but E1 dash. Okay, so this is the final question for me. So after which I need to project from the top. This projection line should be perpendicular to your reference line. This projection line should be perpendicular to your reference line. And similarly I have to project all the points from here. So I can project it from here. The A and D will be in the same line. The B and C will be in the same line. If I try to complete, I will be having a point here, a point here, a point here, a point here, and a point here, and a point here. If I want to name it as A1, so this is my B1, C1, D1, E1, and finally F1. So now I am trying to complete. So here I am going to complete the diagram. So I may use a HB pencil. It should be very dark. Only the front view, and the top view should be darker. So here I can write this is my inclined position, this is my simple position. So this is my simple position and being followed by two inclined positions. So I am writing in the center. So you know that obviously you try to use a standard height of a standard height of the letters. Okay, so I hope you are using 5 mm of height. Okay, now I need to draw the next final position. It is clearly given here, diagonal through corner is inclined. So what is the diagonal? So once I have drawn this particular inclined position, I should forget about this simple position. So I have to take this as simple position for my next inclined position, for which I am going to take this diagonal A1 and D1. So before which I am going to take a particular point over here, and the inclination is again given as a 45 degree. So from here I am going to draw a line which is inclined at an angle of 45 degree. So in my previous cases, if I told you, once you construct this box, it is called as a box method. Once you try to construct a box over there, it will be very easy to relocate the same hexagon here. For which I am going to take this A1 point here, where I have to call it as a A2. Now I can measure A to D and I can find out the point which is nothing but D2. Now from here I can measure this point. I hope you understand. From here I can measure this line. So from where I am having this point. Okay, and similarly from here I can measure this particular line. Okay, so from here I am going to have this particular line. Okay, you look here. In this particular line only I am having B and F. And similarly in this particular line only I am having C and D. So this line is perpendicular to AD. So what I am going to do is I am going to draw a line which is perpendicular to A and D. Okay, so now what I can do is I can measure from here. So see here, after A, the first line I am measuring to the top, I have a point which is nothing but F2. And similarly I am measuring to the bottom, I have a B. So this is my B2. Now we go to the next line. From this particular point, I measure to the top, which can be considered as E2. And I measure to the bottom, I can have my C2. Now you try to connect all the points. Just I have transmitted the same which is available in my inclined position to the next inclined position. Okay. Now I hope that I have been transmitted this hexagon to the next part. Now what I have to do is simply I need to project all the points to the top. So what I have to do is I need to project all the points which should be perpendicular to my reference line. Okay, it should be perpendicular to my reference line. So I have projected all the points. Similarly from here I need to project all the lines. So make sure that all the projections line, whichever you project, it should be very thin and very light only. Okay, now let me try to identify the points. See here. So from here I am having A. This is my A2 dash. So see I am having a B here. So from where I am having my B here. So which is nothing but B2 dash. And you can see the C here. So from here I am having my C, which is nothing but C2 dash. What about D? The D is here and D is coming from here. So with this I can have it as a D2 dash. And now I need a E. So E is here and from here I am having E. So which is nothing but E2 dash. And finally I am having F. So F is this line and I can have this is my F2 dash. Now you try to connect all those points. You will have the final plane inclined to both HP and VP. Okay, so this unwanted lines I can erase it. Okay, and you obviously know the only thing what I have to complete here is the dimension. For dimension we are using is aligned dimension. So here for my purpose C. So to dimension it, I need an extension line and I need a dimension line and I need an arrowhead. Okay, so I need to mark it as 40. And similarly I need to measure the angle and I have to 12. So this is 45 degree. And this is again for me, it is 45 degree. So with which I have completed a hexagon plane where the corner is and the surface is inclined at an angle of 45 degree and the corner resting diagonal is inclined at 45 degree to the xy plane. So with which we have completed the problem.